Alright, I've been slacking. I said I'd do some champions content. So here it is. After months of waiting. Almost all of June. Didn't say anything. Didn't see what I was doing. So, I signed up for the Hoot Hoot Draft Season 2, hosted by the Indie VGC group. This is week 1. My opponent is the Suitopolis Sweethearts. Guess who they're bringing? Your favorite Goldingo, Mega Glamora, Como-O, Basculegion F, Mega Pyroar, Spirit Tube, Luxray, and a Grass Monkey. Not that Grass Monkey, the first Grass Monkey. Yeah, Simisage. Now, the way this draft ended up working, it went like this. You pick from S, you get one pick in S, all the way to G. You only get to pick one out of that column. I was about the 30th pick in the draft, so it's kind of missing things I wanted to bring, like Megastar Raptor I wanted to bring, got taken. Like, my pick in G tier, these are terrible. So I picked a funny Bear Trap, because I think it's funny. But I got Grimmsnarl, Kleavor, Toxapex, Lucario, Vaporeon, and Sceptile. Now, my idea for bringing them, Mega Raichu X gets Fake Out, Knockoff, Volt Tackle. You can run them as a special, which is what I ended up doing. I ended up putting Max Special Attack and Speed, and put straight Naive as a nature, and then just ran Fake Out, Volt Tackle, Rising Voltage, because it doubles in Electric Terrain, which I get set up for free due to its ability, and Protect. Now, Grimmsnarl stayed the same, because there's no reason to switch them up, and you'll see after the match, I probably shouldn't have brought Reflect, but I got Toxapex with Painful Bunker, Infestation Toxic, Wide Guard, yes, the Wolf Glick special. There you go. It is a good build though, and it is reliable, but I'm still weak to like ground types, which my opponent is bringing, you know, Mega Glamora, a fast, hard-hitting special attacker. It's a problem. Also being a problem, I have Sceptile. Sludge Bombs, I don't want to get hit by, because he will die from them. These EVs don't match. I went for max special attacking Sceptile just to outspeed and hope I can Oko Glamora with a 4 times Earth Power. The Dragon Pulse for extra coverage, Leaf Storm, especially for like Blastoise and Swampert if I end up facing them at some point. Stunfisk, yeah. What's his whole purpose? Snap Trap. Literally just a free mean look and tick damage. Icy Fang just for other ground types that I can't hit hard. Thunder Wave for a couple speed controls. I might change this because he's slow enough as it is. And I went for a bulky set, and his HP stat is maxed. What I ended up running with, I might switch it up to be max attack, just to hit a little harder. Kleavor, Stone Axe, Close Combat, Tailwind, Protect. I thought about bringing Faint, just to break a couple protects that I can predict. However, my team is very slow when it comes to Toxapex, Grimmsnarl, and Stunfisk. So the idea is to get a little bit more speed control and run it that way. What I ended up doing was I also have Lucario and Vaporeon. I ended up bringing those instead. I went for a Life Orb, Max Special Attack Lucario with Nasty Plot. Just because not having a lot of special attack coverage, I'm weak in that department. Same thing with Vaporeon. I went for a bulky build, max HP, a little bit of special defense, and more bulk. That way I can put Icy Wind, Scald, Protect, and if I need to, I can throw like Muddy Water on it and hope for an accuracy drop. But that's the whole plan. Out of everything, I'm fearing this Mega Glamora because it kind of counters more than anything else. But yeah, that's the plan. So, here's how that match went. It's week 1 of the Hoo Hoo Draft Association. We're bringing in our Toxapex, our Raichu, Cleavor, Lucario, obviously our Grimmsnarl, and Vaporeon. Reason for bringing in Vaporeon? Well, you see what he's running. I can't exactly bring Sceptile. I'm scared of that Glamora, big threat. So we're gonna lead with Grimmsnarl here and our Kratos, the Cleavor, try to sub Tailwind. That Basculegion with probably Last Respect could be an issue. Opening the Dampen It with Reflect on Grimmsnarl. We'll bring Raichu in 3rd slot, that way he can pick up any weakened foes. And that Lucario, just a sweep with Nasty Plot. That being said, Lucario is also weak to Glamora and Mega Pyroar. So, let's hope we don't just instantly blow up before we get some time to shine. So they bring out, and they're leading with Basculegion, and you guessed it, the gaming Goldingo. So we're gonna set up a light screen, just fear making rain. I'm gonna try to sub Tailwind here, that way we can outspeed. Now, Basculegion is a threat. It goes for Flip Turn here, and drops me to 9. I am sashed on Cleavor, just so it doesn't instantly die. That way I can get Tailwind up every time. But he still takes a lot of damage, and that's not good. He swaps into Luxray here. I didn't think about Luxray being that big of an issue. He proved me wrong. Very much so. Even through light screen, Make It Rain takes out Cleavor here. It drops my level 6 Goblin lower than I would have liked to. And I'm especially bulky on Grim. Not ideal. I end up opting to go in with Lucario here just to try to take out Goldingo with a Nasty Plot Dark Pulse. I go for Nasty Plot setup here. I end up almost clicking light screen in. That would have been dumb. I go for Parting Shot here just to try to lower Goldingo a little bit. Instead, I opt in to choose the Luxray just because it's probably bulky. So, lower it down a little bit. He swaps out on Goldingo, brings in Basculegion again. That gives me a free setup for Lucario on Nasty Plot. I still have Tailwind up, so I'm faster than Basculegion unless it has Aqua Jet. I bring out the Special Rat, our Mega Raichu X, the Nasty Plot, and you have +2. You do have the Life Orb as well, so most things don't want to take it. He goes for Psychic Fangs, I lose my light screen. Not ideal. But yeah, Psychic Fangs is really good, especially knowing I'm bringing Grimmsnarl. I end up Mega Evolving here and going for Rising Voltage since I set up to be specially. Taking out the Luxray is probably not a great idea, so I end up not doing that. Trying to make up my mind, like stressing out mid-match was definitely a problem. You get that little jitters. But yeah, I end up going for Rising Voltage and just blowing up Basculegion here. Still not a big fan of his design for Mega Raichu X. Electric Surge goes off, which is good for us. Stab, doubled the power. The Rising Voltage becomes 70 to 140. Nothing wants to get hit by that. Oko's Basculegion here. +2 Dark Pulse. Drops Luxray to half. A little bit lower than half. Luxray's got Citrus. Not great for me. Now I can't kill it in one turn. And then the big threat I didn't think about, Mega Pyroar. He has a base speed of like 123, 126 area. He's faster than Raichu. And I didn't know this at the time. So I go for Rising Voltage here, thinking I'm faster at max speed, which I'm not. But I still have Tailwind up. What he ends up doing here is he stalls out my Tailwind with Protect, which, smart on his part. I should have stopped and thought about, hey, how long do I have on Tailwind? And I do this multiple times through the match. He's really good at stalling out my Tailwind. So I swap out here, I bring in Grimmsnarl, he Mega Evolves his Pyroar. That big fiery mane of his. Uses Protect, which was to be expected. That's just a fail on my part. Yeah, Protect goes off. He goes for Snarl, which drops me from being +2 to 1.5. Not great, whatever. Tailwind's gone. And now, since I don't have a way of setting up Tailwind, that Pyroar is going to wreak havoc. I go for Light Screen here, hoping to weaken the damage enough. I'm already dropped low enough the health. If I was good at calculating KO ranges, probably would have played different. However, I was just hoping Lucario wouldn't have gotten killed here. With Fiery Main ability from Mega Pyroar alone, he was dead no matter what. Just completely blown away. So that's another L on my part. And get an L counter at the end. But yeah, definitely could have played better. It's also first draft I've ever done, so definitely it's going to take getting used to playing in this kind of mindset. So bring out Special Rat again. I opt to go for Fake Out because it's first turn. Instead, I try to hit Rising Voltage, hoping I'm outspeeding that Pyroar, which, like I said, didn't happen. Goes for Protect again. Predicts the Rising Voltage. Luxray goes for Snarl, drops Special Ret down, which isn't good. I had Voltac on there. I could have just went for that, and it wouldn't have been an issue. I go for Spirit Break on Luxray. Doesn't get the KO. It's very unfortunate. Luxray is more bulky than I thought it was. Once again, I try to go in the Mega Pyroar, hoping to do any sort of damage, maybe pick up a KO. I'm still -1 on special attack due to Snarl. It's not great. Not looking good for me. And Helping Hand. Yeah. Helping Hand boosted on the Mega Pyroar, and that's all she wrote. No defense is saving the Special Rat from that. I go for Spirit Break again, just to pick up that KO. And that's it. That's all she wrote. Because there's no way my Grimmsnarl was defeating Goldingo and Mega Pyroar. Just wasn't happening. Not a lot of things I can click in this. I'm opting in to bring Sucker Punch my next match, but we will see. And down goes my level 6 Goblin. Very unfortunate. That's the end of round 1. Yeah. Andrew, really, really good. I don't think I ever underestimated him. I think I just didn't think long enough before making decisions, and he was really good about predicting. Granted, I probably telegraphed what my plan was a lot more than I should have, which isn't good, especially in a competitive setting. Having tells definitely give things away, but it's where you learn. Trial and error. I honestly opt in to bring Toxapex here, but with Glimmora still being there and on top of Luxray, didn't think it would be wise. In hindsight, he probably would have been good. I end up leading the same way with Grimmsnarl and Kleavor here. We have the exact same leads. Again, just to set up for that Tailwind, which in the end ended up being a tell, and he ended up reading me, which ended up not being in my favor. I opted in to bring Vaporeon this time just to get a little bit more coverage. Since Vaporeon's got Icy Wind, Shadow Ball, Scald, and Protect, I can hit Goldingo with a hard Shadow Ball and Stab Scald for Pyroar or Glimmora if either one chooses to show up. And then Icy Wind, Speed Control. So yeah, I don't bring Lucario this time. Lucario did me good, alright? He did his job. He was doing what I needed him to. It just happened to not be ideal matchup, such that Mega Pyroar. So, same leads. That's good for F. Goldingo. I predict he goes for the flip turn again. I set up light screen just because it's Goldingo. I'm gonna have to, otherwise I'm instantly gonna be dead. I thought about swapping out here to Vaporeon since it has Water Absorb and just getting a free switch in. I opted in to do Protect instead. He ends up not doing that at all. He ends up going into level 6 Goblin. So I get light skin off. That was never gonna not happen. So there's the flip turn into the level 6 Goblin. Yeah, you see what I mean? Like, he's good at reading that. I don't think that was even much of a tell. I think he just predicted well. So Luxray comes back out. Intimidate drop on Kratos here. Make It Rain goes off. I don't get destroyed by it. I still have Sash up. But yeah, level 6 Goblin being dropped that much, not ideal. So I go for Parting Shot just to save the Goblin because he's really my heavy carry. It might be time to go back to the drawing board on how I set up my teams. I go for Stone X here, just add Chip. That way I get a free 25% on Mega Pyroar swapping in. Granted, with the attack drop on Kleavor, it's not going to do as much as I'd like to. I bring out Special Rat. Go for Stone Axe here. Does a decent chunk. I get free Stealth Rock, and that Make It Rain. See, even with light screen, Make It Rain just does a lot of damage. And I wasn't gonna pray and hope for the 95% accurate move to miss. He goes for Psychic Things, doesn't do a lot. I don't have the light screen anymore. My Mega Evolve here, I fake out the Luxray. Go for Tailwind here just to get it up. I honestly thought I'd be slower than the Goldingo. I'm assuming during this he spec'd it more into a defensive bulk and not a speed, which is fine. Electric Surge goes up due to its ability. I get Fake Out. Hits decently hard. Get a crit. The crit did not matter. Well, kinda. I would say if the crit didn't happen, would my damage for it be low enough to not hit Citrus Berry? But Golden goes for Make It Rain. Cleavor dies here. Just drop special attack. Yeah, it's not looking good for me. So I opt in to bring in Vaporeon here. Bringing double electric moves is not ideal, especially into that Luxray. I go for Shadow Ball here. Problem being, I didn't want to double in the Goldingo if he protected. So what I should have done, instead of hitting Shadow Ball, I should have went for Scald. Rising Voltage hits him really hard. Defensively bulky. Well, special defense. And Shadow Ball hits. Yeah, doesn't do a lot. I definitely should have went for Scald. Even with Electric Terrain up and Goldingo being -2 on special attack, it didn't do a lot for against the Vaporeon. That's why I made it especially bulky, just to eat hits like that. Go for Rising Voltage again, because that's really all I can do. And the correct choice now, I go for Scald. Should have been what I went the first time. Could have maybe got a burn. Yep, he hits Protect here. If I brought this set, I thought about the other one, the Max Offensive Raichu with knockoff, it might have went a little bit better. Yeah, definitely having double electric attacks is hurting me more than it's helping. He brings out Mega Pyro here. Free chip damage through the Stone Hedge. The free stones on my Stealth Rock. We go to that Scald. Once again, he does it again. I didn't check my Tailwind counter, and he stalls out my Tailwind. Rising Voltage goes off, takes out the Goldingo. Gets the Protect, Tailwind's gone, and now the real problem, that Mega Pyro's speed. So, there are a couple options. I went for Protect here. The other option was sacking my level 6 Goblin Grimmsnarl that's already on the verge of dying, just to bring out Fake Out the Raichu on the turn after. That way I can stall a little bit. The thing is, he goes for Last Respect into my Vaporeon, and it instantly dies. So even if I did that, I'd still lose the speed to Mega Pyroar. I would have gotten maybe one more kill, and even then, Basket Legion Flip Turn might have killed me. But yeah, Electric Terrain's gone. I was more hoping I could do a Parting Shot on Mega Pyroar just to drop it low enough. But like I said, I'm not good at damage counts, so yeah, it definitely wasn't enough. It's still being boosted 50% from its ability on fire type moves, so you know, it's unfortunate. There's definitely a couple better plays, better move sets I could have brought, but I don't think I played bad. There's always, you can play better, but I wouldn't say it's bad. So yeah, I lose Raichu here, and there's no way level 6 Goblin was winning that. So I lose 0-2 for week 1. Andrew's really, really good. He definitely outplayed me in a lot of spots. So yeah, that's week 1. So yeah, that concludes week 1, at least for me. There's still a couple of other matches going on, but I think I played okay. It's definitely my first draft, but letting my tailwinds get stalled out by Protect, I definitely could have tried to avoid doing that. Andrew's really good about picking up on those things, and he played really well into that. Both times he stalled out with Protect for my tailwinds. My movesets for Mega Raichu, I could probably change just because Double Electric was making it hard to hit into Luxray there. Hitting Shadow Ball in the Luxray, definitely a misplay. But yeah, you just gotta learning curve. You gotta love it. If you'd like to watch these streams live, the Indie VGC, they're hosting that on Twitch. So feel free to go check them out and see how these rest of the matches play out through the week. So yeah, tune in to week 2, where, I don't know, just tune in. Yeah. Until then.